Hey guys, this will probably be the last video that I do before Christmas, and I'll probably do one after Christmas, like end of the year, to tell you what I read for the year, what was my favorites, and that kind of stuff. But I was really excited about this book. It's called My Ideal Bookshelf, and I saw it on, I believe, Amazon.com. I think it was on Amazon is the first time I saw it, and it was like a recommendation. And I thought it was so cool, and I kind of looked at it. I didn't really know if I wanted to get it or not. I haven't ordered a book actually on Amazon for so long, but it just looks so cool, and it's white. It looks really cool on the bookshelf. And right here on these books, it says my favorite book, book that changed my life, the book I read again and again, the book I loved the most, the book that made me who I am, the best book I ever read, and the book that makes me cry every time. And then here's a list of some of the people that are in this book. Well, the one that really got me is Stephenie Meyer is in here, which I wish that they would have done more popular authors. Like this whole book would have been popular authors, whether it would have been adult ones, you know, Stephen King, YA authors, Allie Carter, you know, Cassandra Clare. That would have been really cool. But the one thing about it is I don't know most of these people. I only know a couple of these people, but it's still a really neat concept, and I'm glad I got it. Like, see, it has a photographer, whoever this is, Todd Haido, and the thing is, it tells why they picked the books they did, like why they're so important to them. So it has a page of that, and then it has their ideal bookshelf. So his is stacked up like that. So that's all the books that he picked. And I guess there wasn't a number that they could pick because, see, this girl, Myra Nair, she's a filmmaker, it says. And she picked all of those. So it must not be like they could have picked whatever they thought would be important to them on a bookshelf. But I will tell you what Stephenie Meyer, for those of you interested like I was, I will tell you what she actually picked. And here says Stephenie Meyer, writer. And so there's her. That's really interesting too. I already read that, of course. But here's the things that she picked, which I really was intrigued to see what she would pick, because she's picked the Hunger Games series, and that's why the group on YA Fiction Freaks have read that series. She picked the Mortal Instruments series for City of Bones, City of Ashes, all those, which is right up there. And that's why I read those. So she's got good taste in books, obviously, and she wrote the Twilight series. So, hello. Can't get a better story than that. There's my little Vanna elf. But I'll tell you what she picked here. She picked Orson Scott Card, Speaker for the Dead, which everybody probably knows that's a favorite author of hers. Ararat, it's A-R-A-R-A-T. Probably, I know I've seen that somewhere before, so you guys are probably like, oh my gosh, I can't believe she doesn't know what that is, but by Lewis Gluck. East of Eden by Steinbeck. Dragonflight, Anne McCaffrey. The Book of Mormon, Another Testament of Jesus Christ. Little Women by Louisa M. Alcott. The Princess Bride by William Goldman. Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bronte. Anne of Green Gables by L.M. Montgomery. The Book of a Thousand Days by Shannon Hale, which I've read and I love. Rebecca by Daphne de Muir. Pride and Prejudice, of course, by Jane Austen. And Neverwhere by Neil Gaiman. So that's the books that she picked, which is really awesome. And that gave me the idea, as I was looking at her books and just kind of going through and looking at all the books, I got the idea to maybe do a challenge. This is an actual chef cookbook author, Alice Waters. Here's what she picked. And a lot of times when you get a cookbook person, they pick a lot of cookbooks. There's a couple of photographers in here that have picked a lot of those style books, but here's a baker. There's just like a fashion commentary. Here's James Patterson, the writer. There's his list. So I thought that was pretty cool that they did the covers instead of just doing a list. But I come up with the idea of maybe doing a challenge for 2013 and taken each page, because every page has a person and has, like, this is a writer, Hilton Als, and that's his page about his books, and that's the books that he picked. So I thought about taking each page and picking one book and reading one book from everybody's bookshelf. I don't know if that's possible because, like I said, the cookbooks and stuff like that, sometimes they're nothing but those style books, which I could take one of those and make a recipe from it instead of reading the cookbook. But a lot of these books I haven't heard of, so I don't know. That would be a tough challenge. So let me know if you guys, any of you have got the book and you could possibly think that you could do that. So, but I do know I'm definitely gonna, one challenge I'm definitely gonna do is I'm gonna read every book that Stephenie Meyer put on there, except for the Book of Mormon, because I'm not Mormon. But I am definitely gonna do that. So, this book was really cool. I took the cover, I took the actual, this thing off, the jacket, and it's really cool because, see this? Those are those books I read to you, like my favorite book that changed my life. That's what they were supposed to be doing, picking. But that's the front of the book, and then this is the back of the book, like they're sitting on the shelf. So that is really cool, and they match. Like this one's got stripes, and there it is there, they match. So that's really cool. One other thing I have to show you is in the very, very back of the book, it says My Ideal Bookshelf, and it gives you so many books, and it tells you to do it. So I think that's pretty cool. So I got to spend some time thinking about that before I do that. That's a toughie. I think, because I know Harry Potter would be on there, so I thought maybe like one of these thicker ones, I would just put the Harry Potter series on there, and like the Twilight Saga. I could definitely do that because I wouldn't want to take up all the books by the whole series. So I'm going to do that as one, but I'm excited to do that. So this book was definitely worth it. It wasn't very, I got it on Amazon and it wasn't very expensive. I think it was like $12 or $13. And it's hardback. It's a really nice book and nice to have on your shelf. So wanted to show that to you guys. It was kind of a little pre-Christmas present for myself. So there you have it, and I will see you guys after Christmas to do an end of the year wrap up. So me and my little elf says, my elf's not ready. Merry Christmas!